We did it! There's sound. There's too much sound. I should just not yell.
Maybe not yelling. That's the thing. Yeah.
But we're supposed to yell. We're excited because we're here. Only not too late.
We're definitely not too late, but we're not too early. We arrived precisely when we mean to.
That's true.
Yep. That's what we did.
Yep.
That's what we did. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for the patience. We're back. We have totally made the audio work this time, I think.
I hope.
We're going to hear very quickly, if not.
Happy Monday, also.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Happy Monday.
Everyone loves Mondays. Like
Yep, that's me loving Mondays.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like emails.
Oh, we would never give up. It sounds like clown mode can hear sound. That's a good start.
Oh, clown mode.
What's up, Timothy? What's up, Christian? Timothy, you are in the right spot. You do not need to migrate anywhere. We are in the right spot. This time. Totally the plan the whole time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There were no accidents here without a tech priest. And it's a good thing because we always make sure to venerate the machine spirit and the omnissiah, and we never speak ill of the tech priest when he's not around, right?
Exactly.
Exactly, because we understand how important he is to the function.
Certainly necessary.
Certainly necessary. That. You know what? That's how we describe Siegler all the time. Like, what do you think about Siegler? Oh, he's necessary.
Like, when we, all weekend, people were like, hey, where's Sieg's been? We're like, he's necessary. That's all we say.
Yep, what else can you say about, someone so Mech and Drukhari? Little tentacle cyborg.
You certainly can't say anything about their lack of skin.
Absolutely not. He has lots of skin. Siegler has the most. Everyone knows that Siegler has
He's got the
skin.
most skin.
Absolutely.
It's the best skin, really.
Yeah, it's not all his, but he has skin, darn it.
No one has any idea what we're talking about.
Nope. What are we working on today? Nick, what are you doing?
I am painting Zephyrin, who are going to whoop Sieg's butt in this RTT.
Ooh, is that tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Round 1 of the RTT begins. You can make your predictions on our challenge bracket, get your entries in the contest, all that good jazz. Win free stuff by liking us on social media. Yep. Very simple.
When in doubt, winning free stuff is even better than not free stuff. That's what I always said.
I'm going to close the bracket tomorrow at 1 p.m. So if you haven't made a prediction yet, you should, because you get to win free stuff if your prediction is the most accurate. Also, it's just good fun. You get to have me versus me in the finals.
That's not even real.
That is so real.
That's not happening.
It's the most predicted thing that's going to happen.
I cannot wait for the first 2 days of this when Nick is the only person with one army left in the RTT. It's alright, though. You'll be in it until the end of the first round.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying, you're probably going to lose both of your first round games. And
John sock and smack. No, Siegs is going to be on the hot seat as soon as I'm done with him.
You think so? He's going to be nervously thinking about it?
Well, he's playing against the Marchek. You never know what's going on with the Marchek.
Well, that's true. No one knows what's going on. Kyle Norman is asking, what's your guys' favorite snacks to take to events? Oh, you have come to the right people, Kyle.
Well, one of them. I personally only bring snacks that only 21-year-olds and older can have in the state of America.
The state of America.
The state of America.
I hate the words that you just said, but let's continue. Mm-hmm. I, for one, enjoy trail mix. Because you don't want to get stuff on your hands that's going to, get on the model. So, Doritos, Cheetos, absolutely not.
You've really put thought into this.
Of course I have. It's trial and error.
It's
trial and error, yeah. Nick knocks over people's Valkyries at tournaments. I get Cheeto dust on their stuff. I'm kidding. It would be goldfish. Everyone knows that.
John does love his goldfish.
I do love my goldfish.
And my Oreos.
And Nick's Oreos that I bought for him.
That ate the bot package.
Yeah, but I bought them, so it doesn't count.
Right.
Yep, those are the rules.
What are you working on?
I am painting up some arms for my Dark Angel Terminators.
Arms. You're painting arms.
I'm painting arms. Like every good Tyranid player, I magnetize the crap out of all my stuff. And that means that I don't need to paint up 10 more Terminators to kick Nick's butt with. I actually can use some of the Terminators I've already painted. And we're just popping off their arms with magnets, and we're putting more arms on with guns so that I can shoot these Dark Eldar people full of bullet holes.
I'm just happy there's no storm shields.
Pew, 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 pew. I still got 4 pendulum and everything.
In combat?
No.
Yeah.
You're not going to get there.
Oh, I'm not going to get there.
I have Overwatch, Nick.
I have strats for that.
No, you don't.
I have strats, I have raiders, I have a lot of things.
You will not have raiders when I'm done with you.
I won't have raiders when he's done with me.
Oh yeah, we're going to take down those raiders.
Oh, John.
Who would you guys pick to win the RTT if you couldn't pick yourself? Which list that's not yours would you be willing to put money on? Ooh.
Well, I want Mark's Weird Emperor's Children thing to win if I don't win it, just because that list is...
I think that's going to make
really
the finals.
It could.
I have that making the finals in my little bracket.
It could. I haven't made a bracket.
You should.
I should. I could win free stuff.
Ooh. All right, here's a question. I've been playing for a little over a year, and I think it's time for some help playing my orcs. Which coach would be a good fit for an orc list and coaching call? Nick, who'd you recommend?
That's a good question. I would normally say Matt Root, since he's one of our coaches, but he's been off in Doctorland, so I'm not sure how much time he can spend on the coaching right now, to be honest, with the fact that he's like dealing with COVID right now and saving
That is a
people's
thing.
lives.
That is a thing. I mean, Mark's a pretty good orc player.
Mark's a solid orc player. You could go with Mark. You could go with Chester. He's played orcs a bunch.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with any of those guys.
I think Mark Perry or Brad Chester would be great choices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am hoping that we're going to be able to sneak some orcs onto the stream soon.
Yes.
I actually I put a list in the chat today.
Yes. John is the biggest advocate of someone besides him playing orcs.
Because I'm not an orc player.
I know. We get Brad Chester here to play some orcs for us.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Timothy Taylor says, I play White Scars in a very shooty meta, but I've had good results running MSU close combat. All of my shooting always gets focused. I'm always forced to win with movement. Any ideas to help deal with it? Honestly, being forced to win with movement is kind of White Scar's thing.
It's like what you're doing it right.
Yeah, that's you're doing it right there. The shooting for White Scars is not intended to last for 5 turns. It's just kind of a when you need a gun, you need a gun, and it's ready for you when you need it. Keep knocking. When I need a gun, I knock it off the table and I have to pick it up.
Oh, John.
There we go.
I got glue all over the Seraphim.
The Seraphim? The Seraphim?
Seraphim.
Yep. Timothy, it sounds like you're doing it right, honestly. That is exactly what White Scar guns are supposed to be doing. Trust me, they're not supposed to be there for 5 turns. You just want to be fast enough to get out there and use them the turn that you need them. And when in doubt, target saturation. They may not shoot your guns if there's also 30 Vanguard veterans. Ooh, Sark. You know what? Richard was actually just really, really excited about new rules for Admech and also his Tau. I don't think he's particularly opposed to Necrons right now. He was just very, very excited about the 2 armies that he chose. And unfortunately, Nemesis Nick was banished. He's
I'm not
still
banished.
sleeping.
I got a womb left.
Nemesis Nick was banished.
I have a womb left. No
yeah.
banishment here.
And he is in hibernation.
I'm coming back. Stronger than ever.
The hibernation sickness was very severe. He woke up a little bit mad. But you know what? He's an honorable competent still.
We're just making stuff up.
Sometimes I can still hear him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he never left.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Numenor. Like that name. You build your Drukhari list without Hellions and Reavers so far. Why?
I like Hellions and I like Reavers. I like everything in that codex.
That's
so,
true.
You know, when you pick one thing and it means you can't take another, it doesn't mean I don't like that other thing. But why for me in this case specifically? Because I think Derek Eldor want to be a very MSU style army, lots of small stuff everywhere. I don't want to put 200 plus points in a squad and then spend a bunch of CP on it. I want my whole army to be cheap, expendable, and hit really hard. So they don't mesh with the style that I'm building towards.
Nick is trying to give you a Warroom answer, but I know the real answer. It's because they're not snakes.
No, they're not snakes.
They're not snakes. If it was
I don't
a snake,
like snakes.
No, but you do.
I don't.
You do. You keep.
I'm tolerating the
You
slits.
put them in a party bus.
They're in the party. Slits and Urgle party is where it's at. You gotta have the slits. You gotta have the Urgles.
Exactly.
Like if you're not playing the stuff from like no one's ever heard of, what do you?
If it was a Slith on a Skyboard, Nick would take Reavers and Hellions, but it's not.
Slits on the Skyboard. I would take.
Yeah.
I want the Medusa. That's what I want.
The Medusae.
Medusa.
You can get it.
I could.
You could get some little eyeball lasers in there.
Eyeball lasers?
Would you rather eat someone or have an eyeball laser? But you only have one eye.
What kind of?
So your depth perception is a little off.
I would definitely rather eat stuff. That's what
You'd
I
rather eat
currently do.
stuff?
Well, what would I do with an eyeball laser? Kill people? I don't want to kill people. I enjoy.
You want to eat
not
them
killing
without
people.
killing them? That's a little weird.
I don't have to.
Sadistic, if I'm being honest.
No. I can eat other things, not people. What am I gonna laser? Laser squirrels? I'm gonna laser squirrels. I like squirrels.
Laser yourself a nice veggie salad. Use it to slice tomatoes.
I would I don't have that kind of precision. It's not a
Use your eyeball laser
scalpel.
to warm up your fajitas in the morning.
It's like this is the power of Superman. When you fire laser beams at things, there's too much power. You can't undo the lasers. You think you're just chopping the tomato? It's going through the tomato into your kitchen counter. No, John doesn't think of this stuff.
What? It's precision. I have precision.
You have no precision.
I have business discipline.
Beams of lasers going through planets. If I don't pay attention with my solo eyeball and my lack of depth perception, I could just blow a hole through Jamaica.
See, Nick has to use glasses, got very bad vision. He doesn't understand the 2020 life. That's okay.
2020 already happened.
Ooh, I have 2020 vision. I know that.
He thinks that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I have a certain confidence for the Blight Haulers to be part of a competitive list. Is this possible, or should I drop and go for do-over? Nick, you are the resident stinky boy.
I'm not a big fan of the Blight Haulers. Like they just don't do it for me. A lot of points, not much doing anything. They're like tough and they don't suck, but like what kind of bar are we setting here? I want them to do more.
Interesting.
Tough and don't suck was not the minimum criteria to get into my list.
Into the Death Guard? Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Are we ever going to use Hellions? I think we definitely will at some point.
Yeah.
However, I think we should put the caveat on it that we do have Hellions. They're just not really in the house.
We are getting a whole Dark Eldar army commissioned, and that's kind of why all of our lists thus far have looked the same, because we're kind of playing with what we have left. We're getting like a gazillion points of Dark Eldar commissioned by Golden Globe Gaming. They're the ones right behind your painting or whatever. Golden Globe Studios. It's a paint company. They paint the models on the screen right behind me. That one right there, that elf thing.
All right, here's a question for you. Who is the best cook in the Art of War house? See,
not me.
I don't think it's Nick. No offense. You see, it could be Siegler.
I don't think he's ever cooked anything.
Well, no, he does. He just never cooks for us.
I don't even think he cooks that. I think.
Oh, that's someone else?
Yeah.
We've seen Richard in the kitchen while food is being cooked, but I'm never sure who's doing it, and we never get to try it. So that's a little hard.
I mean, I think by default it goes to John, but this is really the only person who showed up in this contest.
That's true. I don't consider myself an expert, but you know what? I think putting an honest effort forward does give you some brownie points.
I can make the best eggs in the house.
That's probably true.
That's indisputable.
Yeah, I've never had Siegler's eggs. He probably doesn't eat food, so
we need him. He's necessary.
It's true. He is necessary. No, Siegler's necessary. You know what? I think I'm honored to accept this title. I don't think I deserve it, but you know what? If I'm the only horse, I'm gonna win.
Limping into last place. Also first
place. Dan is loving the look of the Custodes Astro Militarum list. I just hope it works. Very interested to see what the command squad with the 4 plasmas do. I'm going to tell you exactly what those command squads with 4 plasmas are going to do. They're going to overheat.
They're going to overheat.
And they're going to reroll ones.
They're going to go to 2 damage so they can not
you know honestly the worst.
Against
honestly they're probably not even going to overheat. It's going to be pathetic.
These plasma guns. I'm so happy about them.
If you guys had to put money on one of your lists to go all the way, which one would you pick?
I never want to bet against my Dark Eldar because I think they're awesome, but they do have a tough road. They are on the hard side of this bracket.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
It's going to be quite the test of my Dark Eldar to see if I can climb the distance with them. And I always want to bet against my sisters, and that's really not great because I have faith in them. They always do me well. So, I don't know. Because they're like an army that's not great at anything, but they're good at everything, so they never feel like they're going to do it. But that good at everything is good enough for me. So, honestly, I'm going to put the money on the sisters.
I'm gonna put money on this Custodes list. I think the matchups are lining up the right way for me. I think they're gonna take me to the finals. We'll see what I play and what I face off against in the finals. But I'll tell you what my bracket is. I'll give you credit where it's due. I have your Drukhari beating my Dark Angels. It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close.
Nick's coming in confident and he's not ready. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking Nick's gonna I'm gonna put Nick in a corner. He's gonna be like, man, I have to hit this 12-inch charge to win the game, and I don't even have a command point left. And then Nick's gonna just roll boxcars on me, and it's gonna be like, wow, good job, Nick.
I have that whole game planned out to the decimal. I've already won this match.
Yeah, well, I've already played it, so that's okay.
You didn't play me.
5D chess, 5D chess.
6D chess.
But you know what? Nick's sisters, I think, are going to scratch out a way. I think Nick's having a good opening round. Good opening round for Mr. Nick.
Thanks.
Sisters coming out hot. Unfortunately, his sisters are going to run right into my Garden Custodes. Those Garden Custodes are going through the Death Guard, going into the sisters. You know what sisters don't do? Kill my Dreadnoughts. I'm going to make my Envols. Nick is lacking in faith. Rolls nothing but ones on his Miracle Ice. Custodes onto the finals. Other than that, I think Morty and the Emperor's Children, I think they're gonna keep going. I think they're gonna go through the Admech, go through the Dark Eldar. They're gonna make the finals, and you know what? Emperor's Children don't do. They're not gonna kill my Dreadnoughts.
You think the Morty and Emperor's Children are gonna beat up the Sieg's Admech? Mark has like a terrible track record in the Admech.
You know what? Mortarion doesn't fail a save, and then he wins. It's very simple math.
I mean that would work.
It's Mark math.
Mark is respectful of Mortarion dying. He plays Mortarion like I would play Mortarion. It's like beautiful to see.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he should, but I'm saying he's going to, because Mark math on the 4 Invulns goes straight through to the finals, and then the averages all come back around. Fails every single save. A single Manticore does what's that? He's 18 wounds. It's gonna do 13 damage to him. And you know what happens next? The Hunter Killer Missile. 5 damage.
You have Siegs getting knocked out in the first round altogether. No Siegs in round 2.
You know what? I think that the semifinals are going to be all skin.
All skin?
It's like shirts versus skins, except Siegler doesn't have any skin.
Siegler has the best skin. We've already established
That's true. Siegler does have all of the skin, but none of it's his.
What do you mean none of it's his?
I'm just saying he's like a Terminator. He's wrapped in, you grow this skin around his metal body so that he can teleport places.
He teleports now?
Yeah.
Siegs doesn't teleport.
Siegler time travels. That's why he still looks like he's he looks like Siegs.
Siegs pays for the veil and then doesn't use it.
That's true. He does do that. How many guard are on that custodian list? Not that many. It's 20 guardsmen, 3 command squads, a squad of scions. We went pretty minimal. All the better to fit even more dreadnoughts in. Do you guys think Necrons are falling off the meta? Goonhammer dropped them to tier 3.
Tier 3?
Nemesaur Nick.
3.
Nemesaur Nick. Lay some truth bombs on us.
I think Necrons are starting to show their age a bit, their relative age in this 40k, 41st millennium. Stuff's fast in the 41st.
I mean, they are pretty old.
They can still hang. Necrons could take down my Death Guard any day of the week. They could take down my Dark Eldar. I think Necrons, they have a bit of a tough time into a lot of Space Marine builds, so... not even all of them, but some of them. So, I don't know. Necrons are fine. What are people... Goonhammer's math doesn't ever make sense to me, so... Not to say it's wrong. I think it's very indicated by stats, and stats are represented by the majority of the game, and that's all that stuff. But I feel like we have different opinions from the masses of the game, because obviously we do. So that's why none of their stats make sense to me.
When Nick says that the math doesn't make sense to him, that actually makes me very confident that the math is correct.
The math, of course, is correct. Mm-hmm. That doesn't matter, though. Stats aren't about correctness. Stats are about, pulling and extrapolating what that means. They're putting Necrons as tier 3 as a conclusion drawn from their correct math. I'm saying that's an incorrect conclusion to draw from your correct math.
I think you're lacking in faith. It's not about the numbers. It's about what you feel.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about the numbers.
Feel it in your.
I feel like Necrons aren't tier 3.
Feel it in your central energy core.
I feel it in my central energy core. My warm reactor is feeling Necrons are at least tier 2. What is this?
Ooh, who's on the podcast this week? More questions coming in.
Well, we're still determining who's on the podcast this week. We got people lined up. It's either going to be, and here's a sneak preview of the next 2 weeks, basically. It's either going to be Mr. Tyler DeVries, fresh off his win with weird guard stuff, lots of ponies, the guard pony list.
The pony patrol.
With the Admech ponies, so many ponies. These are the Death Corps of Krieg with the Admech Cerberus Raiders in mass. Or it'll be Mr. Siegs breaking down his Tau list in detail, because apparently that thing is actually good.
All right, here's a question. Would you rather ride a Cerberus Raider or a Death Corps Cavalry? Which pony would you rather ride?
I would rather ride a Crutox. Because I am
You are a Crutox rider, so that makes sense.
This is very... What kind of question is this?
This is well documented. I would rather ride the Death Corps Cavalry. It's wearing a gas mask, and you know what? I have faith in any steed that has clawed limbs. That's just me, though.
You don't have... air, though, if you need a gas mask. Worse at breathing.
You do. You've got...
Well, yeah, I'm saying, but not naturally. You're just worse at breathing naturally.
Nah.
Yeah.
You can always take it off.
Pretty sure the Admech people wear gas masks. They got, weird...
They've just got, metal faces.
Well, definitely some gas in there.
Mm-hmm. How would a shootier Space Marine army handle playing into White Scar, Blood Angel, Salt Marines army? Feels like a very tough matchup. You need to still have some counterpunch, is the bottom line there. Even if, no matter how much you want to be just shooting Marines, I think Marines can have more shooting or less shooting, but they still need to have some combat. no matter what. That's my take on it.
Marines are a jack of all trades army. Their basic stat line is good at close combat. So, I mean, even if you don't take 30 Vanguard vets or go crazy, your Blade Guard, even like you don't necessarily have to go out of your way to take combat units, I'd say, but don't be afraid to get your hands dirty because your basic stat lines will get it done.
I do like getting my hands dirty.
See, John's got dirty hands.
I do. So it's from all this paint.
That's what it's from.
There's Black Templar contrast on my hands at all times.
Brown Templars?
Brown Templars? Interesting. Admech question. The new Metallica stuff seems cool, and I'm thinking of running a 3-man squad of Warglaives. Does the stratagem have to be paid for each night or just the unit? Samuel Barnhart, that is for the unit.
Oh,
yeah. It's for
3 for the price of 1.
3 for the price of 1.
It's now, like BOGO, but Trogo. Botro. Buy one, get Tro.
Oh my god. Boggett. Buy one, get 2.
No.
Boggett.
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 That sounds like a Harry Potter thing.
It does. You're a boggart. Ooh. Nick, why no Deathwatch? Why are you breaking their hearts?
I don't mean to break your hearts. I have so many projects of passion here. I can't play all my projects of passion in this RTT where I can only play 2 armies, and it makes me sad. But I think John's been crushing the Deathwatch train behind the scenes lately, so I'm going to let him dabble with it because I clearly haven't been doing the justice.
Well, we'll see what happens. There's no promises. We're operating out of the shadows here, Nick.
Everyone's just teasing the Deathwatch, but no one's pulling the triggers on Deathwatch. I have 40 Deathwatch veterans sitting right there.
But I'm painting things for you. For this Streamhouse RTT.
You're painting arms.
I'm painting arms.
To shoot me with.
That's true. They're for you. I said I was painting them for you. Alright, Nick, here's the question. We go back in time. The Streamhouse RTT rules change. We add a 3rd army for all of us. What's it going to be? Who was almost there and didn't quite make the cut?
I mean, I want to be playing my Death Guard 2. Like if I had 3 armies, it would have been Death Guard as number 3. So I'm a little bummed that I'm not playing with them, but well. What about you?
I think that would be Maternids.
Yeah.
They're still pretty solid. I do like my bugs. I love Medina Karens. I think that's what would have gotten the nod if we'd repeated the same format as last time.
And then Tyranids versus Death Guard. We know how that one goes.
Exactly. Tyranids versus Death Guard. We can just do that again. I loved that game. It was great. That game deserved to be on camera.
Siegs would have played Necrons and Mark the World
Chaos Orcs.
Oh, Chaos Orcs.
You know the answer, Nick. It's Chaos Orcs.
It's Chaos Orcs.
Are a couple of Invictors worth trying to White Scar as an early game pressure to distract turns 1-2 while MSU moves around the board and gets into position? I think with White Scars, I'd rather lean just more into the MSU. However, I'm not opposed to Invictors. I need to get them on the table myself. Unfortunately, I was robbed of that opportunity by the most foul betrayal imaginable. Truly the scum of the Imperium. But yeah, I would love to get Invictors on the table again for the first time to really try them out. I think that they're good. I just need to get a little bit more going with them. I need to see it in action before I commit them to something as noble as my White Scars list.
I think it was more the Mr. Siegs. That was the reason
I was robbed?
You were robbed.
Interesting. It was a foul betrayal either way. No way around it. Is there any kind of... Oh, James, you tease.
What's James teasing?
If there's a penalty for taking it too small of a list.
No. That's just called styling on your opponent.
The styling, you cannot discount the style.
I had so much faith in Mr. Lennon during this swap that I knew he would be okay 200-something points down. I knew. And he was.
It hurts. What's the next GT you guys are attending? Nick?
The Dallas Open at the end of the month. I'm getting probably my Dark Eldar ready for them. Yeah, I still need to play some practice games, actually.
I tried.
I was dying.
That's true. I will forgive you for that one. The Dallas Open is, fortunately, not the next GT I'm attending.
It's not?
I am attending DACACon the week before the Dallas Open.
What is DACACon?
DACACon is a nice local, about 30-something person event down in the good old Tampa Bay area. I'm going back to my hometown, reasserting myself. I've been in Tallahassee, up North Florida, dangerously close to Georgia. You don't want to be too close to Georgia, folks. But I am going back down for a little bit of practice, have some fun, see some old friends in a very COVID-safe environment because I think I'm going to have a vaccine by then. The way this schedule's panning out, which makes me extremely happy.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. But I will also hopefully be at the Dallas Open. I'm actually planning to buy a little plane ticket later today.
Oh, very exciting.
Very exciting indeed. Lots of exciting things coming up. Going to be trying out lots of different lists. I don't even know what I'm playing yet. We are figuring out these details. I'm also doing the practicing stuff. The practicing and the things.
How did I do this?
How did you do what?
This arm is backwards and this arm is backwards.
I think it's very obvious how you did that.
But like, why did I do that? You guys won't be able to see, but her right arm is her left arm, and her left hand is her right hand.
I'm very proud of you.
It's not great.
It's not great. None of that is great.
Whatever, she's ambidextrous.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what that means.
Ooh, no, that's what that means. Are Drukhari S tier or SSS tier?
I think just one S is fine. Honestly,
see, I never like
be an A.
I never.
Be an A.
Okay, that's a lie. You know it.
Oh, fine.
Don't even pretend. Do not even pretend that you could look me in the eye and tell me that. Yep,
fine.
thank you.
One S will suffice.
All right, I think that they are S plus, which is like between S and SSS, but I don't like using two S's. You really got to go 1 or 3 on the S's.
I think John has been bad touched and is just overreacting.
I've bad touched with them.
See, I know, but everyone is being badly touched all over.
Yeah, that's not it.
But again, not letting me finish the sentences here.
Please.
So it's like right now everyone is like, oh my god, Dark Eldar are the best army in the game. Hence this very question, are they S or SSS tier? Like, okay, what are we talking about here?
This is Ashley. This is Lantrafalina.
Lantrafalini, I'm talking to you right now, right here, Ashley. I'm with you. So, obviously, the internet's all buzzed with this hype, and that's how the internet works. When it's all hype trains. So, let it all settle down a minute, Mr. Lennon. Let everyone just figure out how the AdMech will shoot your Dark Eldar, and you know, that's just the thing that's going to happen one day. And then you'll be sad. So, I think they got their problems like everybody else, and you just got to let the meta settle to figure out what those problems are.
You know what settle starts with? An S. There's an S in settle, Nick.
Oh, is there? How do you spell sauce?
Wait a minute. Sork?
S-A-R.
Dang it. Dun, dun, dun. People are asking whether or not I think that Custodes require their Forge World supplements, and I'm going to be real with you. Yeah, I think they do. I think that the current Custodes lineup basically requires Custodes just don't have enough units. If I'm being honest, they don't have things that really benefit from their rules other than the standard shield guard. But I don't think a pure list can be built with just storm shields.
I mean, it depends what your goals are. You're going to go win LVO with no Forge World Custodes? You're not. Like, let's keep it real here. But you could win your RTT. You could win like a local 30-person GT with just pure book Custodes. It kind of depends on the level of competition you're playing with. Like, if the people who win LVO kind of show up to your GT, you know, that's the same as going to LVO. But, yeah, they can win their games with it. It's not a terrible army. It's just you're playing with one hand tied behind your back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the bottom line is that the Forge World elements just do help the army be better. And so ignoring them is unfortunately going to be worse than it could be. Even if it could still be playable, you know, Custodes are definitely not in a bad spot right now at all.
It's not something like Eldar where you can make the argument that you don't need Hornets or Lynxes or any of that stuff or Raidseers because you have a diverse set of units to choose from and maybe you don't need those rules filled. Custodians have like 4 units in their codex. Yeah. And they're all the same thing.
What kind of armies can compete with Drukhari without skewing? Well, I'll give a nod to Mr. Nick here. More testing is always required before we come to conclusions.
Music to my ears.
Hey, I have been testing though.
He's settled. With an S.
I settled on an S. I do think that AdMech is definitely one of the armies that has a very playable game there. I think Grey Knights have been a sleeper for a while, and I think it's about time that they start waking up.
I think Necrons also have a lot of tools that Drukhari do not appreciate.
Yeah, I'd be very interested to see what kind of things AdMech could do here.
So I think a lot of what's happening with Drukhari is like they came in hot, and I mean they're hot. They're hot like fire, hot tamale. And they're going to make a splash. They're making it. We're seeing it. Triple S's. But, like, we just kind of rattled off some good, powerful armies that do give them a run for their money and don't have to go that far out of their way for it. Space Marines is the notable exception. Space Marines kind of get raffle stomped all over by Dark Eldar. It's great. Mm-hmm. Screw the Space Marines. But, not everyone has that problem.
Yep. Dun, dun, dun. Nick, even though you gave up on Deathwatch for Dark Eldar.
Who's saying this?
This is El Kokoi. I really enjoyed your double librarian list. Having 2 fight firsts and a 5 feel no pain and null zone is pretty diverse. Someone will have to pick up the Deathwatch mantle. If Nick is not going to be loyal to the Imperium, then only the most loyal of us could possibly pick it up.
Look, between Siegs being loyal to the machine gods and you being loyal to whatever is most broken, someone needs to give respect to the little guy. And if you're not going to do it, I'll be happy to go back to the Deathwatch. But because they are a jank tank. They're a bank of jank.
They are a bank of jank.
But someone should do it.
Someone should do it. We're working on it. Let's see. Whoa, that is a $5 super chat from El Kokoi. Thank you so much. And also let me know if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for picking up Deathwatch, John.
I guess it's John.
You know what's happening. Yeah, it's true. It is John. Care to allow peeks into what you've been enjoying using? Do you think frag storms and termies with the storm shield are good? As a matter of fact, I do think that's good. However, I'm planning on the long haul with Deathwatch, where I'm not going to just try to write a 2,000 point list, play that, and then retire the army. I'm going to try to paint up a lot of stuff. I do like frag storms, but I'm also going to try out some Infernus heavy bolters. Unfortunately, these things do not pop up overnight, so I'm not going to promise that you're seeing me play Deathwatch in the next week or 2. But we are, after I'm done with the Streamhouse RTT, that is probably the next thing I'm going to be painting.
Very exciting. I'm all about the Deathwatch post-Streamhouse RTT.
Yep, that is something I want to try out, and that's probably something that you will see on future paint streams, if I were a betting man. And to be clear, I am.
Maybe I will dabble in some Mad Mech,
Ooh.
I never dabble in the robots.
I would be interested in that. John, how do you deal with Drukhari with your white scars? Well, Timothy, let me give you a little bit of a spoiler. Because this Thursday, in the War Room, we are playing White Scars into Drukhari. My White Scars, Nick's Drukhari.
Oh boy.
This
is the match we've all been waiting for.
Some of us have been waiting for it.
The White Scars, John's White Scars, are still undefeated on the channel. I think White Scars in general, minus that one game we played with the old Space Marine book. So, it's time. It's time to finally give them the beatdown. But also, John's list has evolved quite a bit. He's up to 30 Vanguard vets, a lot of other stuff. It's really quite powerful. Yeah. So we're going to put the Dark Eldar pedal to the metal here.
Absolutely. We're going to be testing out some exciting stuff. I'm really ready for it. Siegs says that he doesn't think Necrons can play with Drukhari at all. So this is a thing where I think this is just something we need to test out. Mm-hmm. Because I'm going to be honest, I've seen a lot of Necron players say that they cannot handle Drukhari, and I've seen some Drukhari players say that they're worried about Necrons. Who's right?
I mean, that's a fair point.
Who's wrong?
In this Dark Eldar chat with some other top Dark Eldar players, we're all like, what do we do about 27 scarabs of 5 and feel no pain? And you can hit it with some Incubi, you can hit it with your Razorfell Succubus for as long as she exists. But there's also other stuff happening. If they're raining Sky Falling Star Mortals onto you, this can get pretty ugly. So, I don't know, I'm interested. But, Siegs ain't no slouch on the Crons either.
Yo, is that Matt O giving us a little chat right there?
Whoa,
giving a $5 super chat?
Oh boy.
Ashley, my list will be 1998. May not be 2K, but it will definitely be more than 1995. Somewhere in between 1995 and 2K. Nick, how many points do you think you need to play the White Scars? Will it be a 2K list?
Unless I can't do math, it'll be 2K.
Folks, roll a d20. That's how many points Nick's bringing. Have you posted the White Scar list you'll be running on Thursday? I have not. Frankly, it's probably going to have even more stuff. When in doubt, folks, add more stuff. Drukhari have too much stuff, and you know what you need to do? You need to either, 1, kill their stuff, B, get more stuff. These are your choices. I think Space Marines, especially the close combat ones, you're not going to kill their stuff in time. You need more stuff to kill their stuff. That's the answer right there.
Play with more points, or drop your expensive stuff.
Yep, Annihilation Barges, you know what is great into Dark Eldar? Strength 7 multi-damage.
Yeah.
Wound all the infantry on 2s. Killing can buy with 1 field save.
The only thing Annihilation Barges haven't had going for them is the world has been full of 2-up save Space Marines, but the world's getting full of other stuff now.
Yep.
So that's great.
Get with the times, folks. Get ready to kill some raiders. Ability to kill raiders feels like it's important. So just go look at the units that you don't bring. Ooh, do Drukhari chase Slaanesh Demons right out of the meta? That seems like a nightmare match of chaos. I think it chases Slaanesh Demons right back into soup.
Yeah.
I think, we haven't played this one yet, so again, mileage may vary.
I think Slaanesh Demons were already not really that good of an army.
Yeah, they felt like they were falling out a lot.
And this kind of was just yet another nail in their coffin.
Yeah, there was a couple other things like the Demakaran build for Tyranids that really felt like they were hurting Slaanesh. And I think that they're going to need some allies to really stay viable.
Mm-hmm. But that's the beautiful thing about Chaos. There's always something.
There's always something.
Target moves a bit.
Just Control F the different keywords in other books and make sure that GW didn't FAQ it because you're not Genestealer Cult. Yo, Danny Monsov? Danny? Who is this? Giving us a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Danny Monsov.
Appreciate
I hope this is Dark Angels Dan.
Mr. Dan.
Mr. Dan. Ooh, thoughts on slingshotting, footsucking, kill teams with bikers in a unit, and then the 6-inch pile-in litany. Tell you what, I think I do think that Deathwatch have a ton of cool stuff right now. So that is something we're hoping to get painted and fully explored in the future. Get ourselves an entire Deathwatch collection, rather than just using some blue and white Marines and pretending that they're hunting Xenos. We're gonna get ourselves a full Deathwatch collection because I think that's what the army deserves.
To answer your question though, that stuff is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. That is pretty great. Deathwatch are a jank tank. Nick said it himself, and you know what? I am not inclined to disagree. Mm-hmm. Ooh, is Celestine plus the Triumph worth it?
I've used Celestine the Triumph before. I think it's too many points and characters that, while they're good while he stands, don't do anything else really. They don't do nothing else. Like I bring Triumph. When I bring both, I just find I don't have enough stuff in my army, and as John was saying on his thing, stuff is king. You just take more stuff. So having a 195-point character and a 170-point character is like, that's a lot of opportunity cost. But yeah, these are not bad units. I run Triumph.
Ooh, now we have some questions. Do you have a models for a pure witch cult list? This is Matt O, who was one of the winners of March in donating the most or cheering the most dollars for us. So Matt O does get to pick a game.
We absolutely have enough witches. We have endless witches.
So Matt O wants to know if we could do a pure witch cult list. He is wondering if Lilith, that's Lilith Hesperix, Lilith. Mm-hmm. And he's all right. Fighting the Tyranids in an arena might be a fun game.
Oh, that could be a fun game. Yeah, we could make that happen. I would love to run the Hellions in that one because, when am I going to run 20 Hellions if not the Witch Cult game?
That's exactly when to do it.
Yeah, so they won't be painted for a little while, but in the future, I would be absolutely excited.
I mean, Matto already got off to a good start, cheering $5. He may be going for the back-to-back months here. A couple people have pulled that off. Most notoriously, a different Matt Douthit, pulled that off with the great Space Wolf shame of late 2020.
Matt James, Halo, he did it many times. It's a Matt thing.
It's a Matt thing, folks. If
your name is not, feel obligated to donate to our stream.
Yep, that's just, yeah. If you're a Matt, do what must be done.
If you're not a Matt, you're still obligated.
No, I mean, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. And hopefully you guys think it's going to a good cause because we do try to reinvest all the money you guys give us.
100% we do. All right, Deathwatch gets no love. I think they're so strong. Deathwatch are better than the Goonhammer stats would tell you, and I feel that with my heart. As a matter of fact, I feel that with both my primary and my secondary heart.
John is feeling the stats.
Absolutely. Ever since I crossed the Rubicon Primaris and I gained my second heart, I have been feeling it in both of them that Deathwatch deserves some love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart. 9-inch rerollable charges are not 55%.
No, they're not. No, they are not. Christian says, I played double Volkai Contemptor and Dark Angel last week in the local RTT. It was MVP along with Talamasters. It will obliterate Drukhari quite well. You know what, Christian? You are prescient. This guy's a watcher in the dark. He knows the future. He knows what's coming.
I'm going to literally just charge you.
I know you are. And I'm going to kill... You have 6 raiders?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill all 7 raiders in one turn.
What a statement right there.
1 battle round. 7 points on Oath of Moment. That's the rules.
If you don't kill all 7 raiders in 1 battle round, I win the bet.
You win the bet. That's true.
What is the bet?
That's the bet.
No, we gotta.
No. If I don't kill all 7, you win the bet.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We gotta put something on the line here, otherwise it's just a handshake.
I'm 7 out of 6, folks. This is happening. What kind of shooting are you bringing your white scars? Drop my Inceptors for double Volkite Contemptors. Timothy, it is still pending. I'm debating between attack bikes and Volkite Dreadnoughts myself. I do have a very nicely painted Volkite Dreadnought, and I am working on a second, but I don't think it's going to be done by Thursday's game, unfortunately, so I don't think I'm going to bring the pair. So I'm really debating, do I want double attack bikes or maybe 1 attack bike, 1 Volkite? These are interesting questions, my friends. Interesting questions. Interessante. Is 3 Telemons too much in 2K points? No. 4 Telemons is too many. 3, perfect number. While we stand, we fight.
I personally don't like any Telemons. Custodes player keeps taking them, so who am I to say?
How dare you, Nick?
Every time I play against Telemons, they just don't do their expensive body's worth of work.
You hurt my soul.
I'm keeping it real.
You hurt my soul. I don't like the words you're using. I don't like your tone. I don't like your attitude.
But taking 300-point models and calling them a while we stand we fight, if anyone's gonna not shame that, that's me. That's me.
What about a Deathwatch Grey Knights game? Matt, we do have the Deathwatch models to put that off. We do not have the painted Deathwatch models to pull that off. We took some time. We liked the Deathwatch. We got a Deathwatch army. Unfortunately, it is currently in a box in a closet, but it's here, and we are working on it. There. Some of it's there, some of it's in the closet. There's Deathwatch all over this house, and none of it's painted.
In the paint studio.
It's in the paint studio. We are making progress. There's no template for what wins, and so people are just taking battle lists with the Deathwatch. You know what? That might be right. I'm going to try and create a template for Deathwatch.
They're the janky Space Marines. They're definitely the hardest to
If I'm being honest, that's probably something you're going to be seeing in the month of May. I don't think that's something that I'm getting done during this RTT. But we're gonna get started, and we're gonna get the Deathwatch on the table.
You heard it here first, folks. Sean's playing Deathwatch in May.
In May. Justin Dean has started collecting Genestealer Cult recently, and there are a million reasons why that was a bad choice. What are some reasons that was a great choice? Justin Dean, you are proud owner of the best model line in the game. It's very simple. Genestealer Cult have the coolest miniature line in Warhammer 40k.
They're also going to get a codex eventually, so eventually you're going to have an awesome army on your hands.
That is true. The meta pendulum swings back. Genestealer Cult were really powerful in 8th edition. 9th edition, they have not had the highest win rate that I've seen. They're not the number 1 army in the game right now. I won't lie and say they are. But they're still so cool. They've got really good tricks. They have beautiful models. And Genestealer Cult is my favorite army. Yes. Hands down. If it was just like, John, what is your favorite army? It's Genestealer Cult. I love Genestealer Cult. Now's not the best they've ever been, but that's okay. I'm still faithful to the 4-armed Emperor. Well, the Emperor who has at least 2 arms. He has a minimum of 2 arms. Possibly more, but definitely not less than 2.
What if one gets chopped off?
Well, then he still has more than 2 arms. Wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about. GSC are very cool and expensive. That is true, but I love them. Yeah.
John has no loyalties. It's just to whatever's broken. Genestealers are broken. Favorite army in the game.
No.
Yes.
No, they're my favorite army right now.
Yeah.
And they're not broken.
But you don't play them.
I do.
When's the last time you played Genestealer Cult?
About a little over a month ago.
Yeah. You played 3 games of 40k a week on a minimum.
Yeah, okay. So I haven't played them in my last 12 games.
Yeah, that's not good for someone who likes that army.
What's your favorite army? Demons?
Demons.
When was the last time you played Demons?
I've never claimed it was anything but what I am.
Okay. Whoa! DS28 is cheering $10! Thank you so much. Hey, you guys love the content. Could you briefly explain the difference between the lists you play on channel compared to your tournament lists? Is there a large difference? This is a question from a newer player. What do you think? Nick,
absolutely. So sometimes we are playing our tournament lists on channel, but usually we don't really know that, or it was very deliberate. Sometimes some of our lists evolve into our tournament lists. That happens often. But there's a stark difference between what we take on stream and what we take in tournaments, because ultimately the point of the YouTube streams is to create an entertaining, fun 2-hour, 3-hour experience for you and have some fun playing 40k while we're at it. And the tournament lists, our goal for those lists are to just beat some face and win a tournament. So sometimes those two goals align. And sometimes we choose to not. A lot of times tournament lists can be somewhat boring also. Not every time, but sometimes you want to just sit behind your wall, collect while we stand points and raise the banners and just score a lot of points and do it very safely so there's no risk to you winning this game. In Streamhouse RTTs, or not Streamhouse RTTs, in our normal YouTube stream games, we will also just kind of throw ourselves at each other and play a fun game of 40k because that's way more fun for everybody.
Absolutely. And sometimes, we'll take there's some units that we think are really exciting or fun that we may not take in a tournament. Mm-hmm. So, for example, I wrote an Ultramarine list that we had on stream the other week, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think Goleman actually belongs in that list. But you know what? It's Goleman.
That's true.
I'm bringing Ultramarines. I had a freshly painted Goleman. I wanted him on the stream.
Hell yeah.
And we busted him out, and he did not do anything whatsoever. He walked forward into charge range of a Razor Flail Succubus, and those 60 points were well spent.
So, a great example is Siegs and his Tau army. He's using, Kroot and stuff on stream. It's he knows Kroot aren't bleeding edge competitive, but you gotta bring the Kroot party, because it's the Kroot party.
Kroot party!
So, in the Streamhouse RTT list, if there was a GTs coming up, Siegs might cut some Kroot for some more points-efficient options. But Kroot party. Kroot party's on the YouTube channel.
Exactly. You gotta love the Kroot party. I'm new to Drukhari and thinking to paint for my Acolytes in Flayed Skull or Blackheart, which is worth painting. Well, I always say, I always like picking my own paint scheme, but that's me personally.
Honestly, God.
I think I like the Blackheart scheme a little better because it's just so classic. But honestly, I would just say go with whatever appeals to you. If you want to play it a particular way, guaranteed you can play it as Flayed Skull or Blackheart, whichever one.
If you're concerned at all about painting your stuff as Flayed Skull and then you won't be able to count it as Blackheart if that's more competitive, that's not really something you're going to have to worry about, especially for Dark Eldar. Counting your Ultramarines as Blood Angels, no one's really going to say anything or give you weird looks, but maybe that guy on the internet on page 93 will have something to say about it.
You definitely will.
With Dark Eldar, you're not even going to get guy on the internet with page 93. Just paint your Dark Eldar whatever you think looks cool, play it however you want to play it.
Absolutely. When in doubt, whatever you like best is the right answer. That's the bottom line. How are your Zephyr coming along?
We're painting the bases.
Painting the bases, always a good start. Paint everything white, says James. You know what? That is the advice that I would not give but might follow because that would make my life harder, and that is how I like to paint.
I used to have I'm gonna paint the hard stuff, super hard paint schemes, the really cool stuff. This is years ago. And then I quickly learned that it was really hard, and I didn't want to do that. So I just stopped. And now I take all the cheat codes, and it's
poor young Nick was he was a pure
he had dreams and ambition.
Soul. What happened?
I got old.
The worst. Happens to everyone. Except Siegler. He doesn't age.
Robots.
Beep boop.
With the best skin.
Do we think Salamanders could still compete in the current meta? I think so. Brad Chester actually took Salamanders to a very nice, 4-1 finish.
Speak of the robot, and he shall appear.
Speak of the robot.
Mr. Siegs is coming in hot with boxes and stuff.
But yeah, one of our wonderful Art of War coaches, Mr. Brad Chester, recently got a nice top 5 finish. Sweet. At the what is it called? Glass City GT.
That's true.
Glass City GT was the name of it.
Glass City GT with his iguanas.
With his iguanas. Dun dun dun. Being newer still learning, I find I always end up charging away from my characters and leaving them in the open. Tips to help avoid this. Honestly, just either charging with your characters to get extra movement, even into things that you don't need them in. So let's say you've got someone like an apothecary. Your apothecary is not good in combat. Full stop.
I don't think you're going too far with this explanation because I got another sort of answer, but you can keep going.
Okay. Mm-hmm. If you charge your Blade Guard in to kill a Rhino, also charge the apothecary.
Yeah, little stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I was going to say is in your list construction, don't be afraid to take small units that don't really do anything, like servitors, or 2-man company command squads you'll often see in John's list. Small squads that kind of are crappy and don't do anything are great for keeping your characters nice and safe, especially if they have the bodyguard rule for exactly these situations.
Mm-hmm.
Company vets.
Absolutely.
I thought you were going to go down a whole rabbit hole with Canonical Hate and all kinds of stuff.
No.
Just maybe.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, Saber made the mistake of painting Custodes mostly white prior to War of the Spider and now runs them as Shadow Keepers. White, they are Shadow Keepers. They keep the shadows locked away somewhere else. They just don't keep it with them. That's why they're white.
How do you keep a shadow?
You turn off the lights. But you can't have shadows without the lights.
That checks out, though. That checks out.
Ooh. Ashley says, think my question got missed. You guys have any idea how Sisters are meant to play versus Dark Eldar? Matchup seems absolutely terrible. Well, I think it's a difficult but still playable one. Because I think Sisters need more stuff and you need more transports of your own.
I think you want to fight fire with fire. What Dark Eldar do at their core is they take really cheap, points efficient units and hit really hard with them. And that is exactly what Sisters do too. Like, 5 Sisters is perfectly good as a unit fighting against an equivalent amount of point of witches. Like 5 Sisters versus 5 witches, I'd rather have the Sisters. Like, you're winning those battles. Rhinos versus Raiders, okay, Raiders are better in like almost every capacity, but
that's true.
That's why I don't think you actually want to spend your points trying to take those. You have to take Rhinos because Sisters still need Rhinos to function. But like your basic Sister, your Dominions, your Celestians, even using Retributors as combat units once the multi-meltas kill the tanks, stuff like that, Bloody Rose, just punch stuff. I think that's really the situation here. Just fight fire with fire against the Dark Eldar. They're going to hit
Trying
you
to out
first.
Dark Eldar. Dark Eldar is a tall order, but Sisters are one of the armies that feels like it's got a punching chance. We did actually have that matchup in the War Room, but that was with some early versions of the Dark Eldar list, so the matchup may change for better or worse as the list start to evolve and we see how people start to counter the Dark Eldar.
Yeah, like I wouldn't recommend taking like Exorcist to fight Dark Eldar. That's just like you're gonna stare at walls and then get charged.
That is exactly what will happen.
But,
it's a sad day.
But you just do basic Sisters because Dark Eldar are very vulnerable to interrupts. They're very vulnerable. So are Sisters, but again, fire with fire here.
More mortifiers.
More mortifiers. Mortifiers are great for Dark Eldar.
More mortifiers. Mortifiers.
Mortifiers. And on average, it takes 2 Darklands damages to kill 1 mortifier. It might not, but like you should get 5 damage through on my 5 of Feel No Pain or 6 of Feel No Pain and 5 wounds. If I roll a 6 and now it takes 2 Dark Lances, it's not the worst.
Or if they roll a 1 on the damage, then it's just flat out, you're just still there.
Yeah.
You got decent odds of being alive.
I mean, you don't really want to get shot by Dark Lances.
Or they do 6 damage and you make 2 Feel No Pains. Or 7 of them.
That's John Lennon stuff right there.
Exactly. Only con. Only con. What bits did I use to make Invictors look good? As a matter of fact, those bits were procured by Mr. Nick. I believe, did you get them from Pop Goes the Monkey?
What did I do? Oh, my
Your
Invictors? Yeah, I went to Pop Goes the Monkey because I wasn't a big fan of the baby carriage look, and I just got a covering for it, basically. It was like $15 or $20 each retail, and just got 3 of them shipped to my house and slapped them on. They're perfect fit, and now we have Invictors with faces.
Invictors with faces. It's a beautiful thing. Invictors, ooh. Catchy. Dun dun dun.
Do you go back over the blue, or do you just leave
I
it
do,
like that?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first layer.
I figured.
Yep. They've kind of been left on the first layer because I just started painting other things, but that's why I brought them back onto the paint desk. Shows that. I like to do 2 layers of this for a finished model. 2 thin coats, you know the words, right?
Let's do these Seraphim.
Dun,
these Seraphim, I mean glue them into these bases.
Oh my goodness, you brave man. Are you going to remove the blue stuff before you do that? That seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Feels like if I'm...
About the mark and...
Oh my goodness.
Can we? Should we?
I think we should.
Okay.
Can we get Siegler into here?
Should be here for this.
Richard? We need a guest appearance, folks. Can you go get his skinliness?
Yeah. I'm just trying to get
it's time for the story time, folks.
This is truly an amazing story.
It is beautiful. It deserves to be told.
Okay. I'm gonna get 6.
Ashley, I agree. However, I think we need to wait and see what Dark Eldar end up looking like to really combat it. I'm also frankly going with the I bet Sisters get new stuff really soon anyway. Hello, Terry.
Chocolate cake.
Hot chocolate cake?
Hot chocolate
Where did you
cake.
buy chocolate cake for?
Just to have it. I don't know.
What a guy.
Maybe his parents gave it to him. But in any case, we have chocolate cake in the house.
Hello, Terry. I'm sorry to hear that you're still feeling a little under the weather. Hopefully that clears up soon. I know Nick had about 24 hours of the bad feelings after he received the second half of his COVID vaccine, but he has since gone back to his normal levels of feeling bad instead of extra levels. Hopefully you are back to normal soon too.
It does get better.
I am working on painting Terminator arms for the sake of my Dark Angel army, while Nick is painting some Zephyrim, sometimes pronounced Zeraphim, sometimes called Seraphim, sometimes called These Boys. Depending on what kind of Nick you're getting.
Depends on my mood.
Depends on the mood. Nick is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
No. What kind of question is that?
Oh my!
You knew what you were getting at. You knew the answer was no.
I have hope. I'm an eternal optimist, Nick. No matter how many times you disappoint me, I am still rooting for you.
I appreciate that.
And I still believe in you.
Oh boy.
But you know what, folks? This is the bet right here. If I kill 7 Raiders in 6 turns, Nick has to watch Forrest Gump.
I want to watch Forrest Gump.
It's a classic. It is a classic. It's a great movie. It's just like one of the little sayings in the movie. It's not a bad thing at all. It's like life is like a box of chocolates.
Oh, I've heard.
Never know what you're gonna get.
Yes, I've heard that saying.
Yep. Forrest has a distinctly southern accent. Likes to quote his mother, which is very amusing.
Distinctly southern. This sermon was like kicking somebody.
Yep. Thoughts on a melted chain fist contemptor for Chaos Space Marines? I do like the chain fist. I don't know what the best gun is. Without access to doctrines and the often lack of rerolls that Chaos Space Marines sometimes have, it's hard for me to figure out what exactly the best thing to do there is. I'm not really sure what gun do you think would work best for normal Chaos Space Marines, Nick?
For what unit?
A Contemptor.
A Contemptor? Oh, I don't even know what their options are, to be honest. I don't hate it because it's core. You can get reels. I would probably look to.
I like how core matters for Chaos Space Marines now.
Yeah. I don't think Dreadnoughts do it for regular Chaos Space Marines, if I'm being honest. They're not demon engines, and that's actually a large part of what makes Chaos Marines tick. The stuff that they can put on demon engines specifically, and demon keyword possess things and things like that. Dreadnoughts don't benefit from any of that stuff, so I think if you want to run Dreadnought armies, you should go over to Death Guard and do it that way. But Mr. Sieg's in the house, and we have the story. Sieg's Papa Squat, get the chair. Get over here. Get over
painting, Nick?
We're washing, we're basing.
Yeah, he put a wash in them 5 minutes in, and that's it.
Glue every now and then. Dropping stuff. It's a classic paint stream. So, we went over to Mark's place the other day on Saturday because he was having a barbecue, small gathering for, Mark's.
This is Saturday?
This is Saturday.
Yeah.
So, we were at Mark's house, and in Mark's house, I saw all kinds of creatures. Not the least of which was this really cool Mortarian conversion he's working on. He's got his Emperor's Children and Death Guard themed army, so it's like he's got his Emperor's Children army that has Mortarian and a Foul Blight spawn in it. So he wants to make them Slaaneshi, so that it's all an Emperor's Children theme. So he's got a Morathi and he's got Sigvald. He's working some weird mark conversions with Flyer and Wings. It actually looks kind of cool. So this model is like in a state of half built, like. So Morathi is made of like a Trigon, there's Demon Prince wings, whatever. And it's all held together with yellow and blue stuff. You know, like the green stuff that you mix the epoxy, the blue and the yellow, and you mix together, it's green and solidifies and it's hard. So it's the yellow stuff and the blue stuff not mixed together. So I didn't really ask questions. I just kind of assumed that this was Mark's way of dry fitting the model, putting it together, see how it looks. It's a big conversion without actually having to glue it together, green stuff, which I thought was not how I would have done it, but it was smart. It's logical. And Mark does things differently. This makes sense. It checks out. John strolls in. He's like, "Does Mark not know how to use green stuff?" I'm like, "John, Mark has been doing this for like 15 years. He's like into the hobby. Of course he knows how to do green stuff. He's probably just dry fitting it." So then we couldn't agree on whether or not this was the case. And
I did not believe that for a...
We got Mark in the room, and I asked him, Mark, I was like, is this, are you just dry fitting this here, or is this, like, done? And he's like, no, this is done. I got the green stuff. Or he didn't call it that. He's like, I got the putty and stuff, and this is done. I'm like, Mark, you got to mix it together. So the blue and the yellow, they make the green. That's why it's called green stuff. It hardens, and then, then it's nice. And then he went on to tell me for 15 minutes straight about why it's better as yellow and blue stuff.
No. And Nick argued with him for 15 minutes about why mixing to green was better.
I couldn't let him do this to himself, but he's going to. He is.
It's not going to. This has already been done.
It's happening.
This is done.
That thing is getting prime probably right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Mark stuff.
you can just move it and then it's just in a different position. That stuff isn't hard at all. It's actually just like wet clay on his model.
Nurgle is pleased.
Nurgle's pleased.
Nurgle
it's the
is
Slanish army.
Nurgle is pleased by this. Nurgle's corruption reaches everything.
No,
John, where are all the brushes?
Oh, I'm sorry. I moved them all right.
well, Siegs, you joining us?
I am joining.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
exciting.
dun.
We got Mr. Siegs in the house. Guest celeb appearances, even though you can't see him.
He'll be here soon.
That's
Justin
a-
Dean had an acting professor in
Oh,
Forest
no.
Gump.
No, not
No.
the Zephyrin.
Oh, no.
Is that the one with the right hands or the left hands on the right arm?
This is the well-built one.
One of Nick's Zephyrim is does not have thumbs in the places where a normal human has thumbs.
Well, these aren't humans. They're angels.
Okay.
What you going to say about that?
That they're not.
Nick, what are Sisters of Battle?
Angels.
You didn't get it.
Oh, I did. I just didn't want to go down the hole again.
Let's
What's the
see.
Harlequin?
Have you run any of your Vanguard veterans with Chainsword and Storm Shields? You can do that to shave points. I just really don't like that being the place I shave points. Like, it's only 3 for a Lightning Claw. So, like, I can always find something better to shave than my Lightning Claws, I think. That's the main objection I have. Yes, James, it is a 2-part epoxy. That is exactly what it is. And unfortunately, that is...
It is still 2 parts.
Yep, it's just part 1, part 2. Totally unrelated to each other. Completely separate. They're just 2 parts.
Blue and yellow stuff.
Blue and yellow, blue and yellow. That's almost catchy. What is the best Chaos Space Marine unit for Alpha Legion? Nick, go.
Best Chaos Space Marine for Alpha Legion.
Why is it Obliterators?
It's not Obliterators. I actually like Alpha Legion Cultists. I think having a nice, beefy, not beefy, but like a numerous unit, a nice numerous unit that you can put like Feeling Pain on, then it becomes like moderately beefy.
What about
like
a
5
beefy,
on?
a beefy
And then it's
Black Legion
OBSEC,
Cultist?
and it pre-game moves, and then it comes back to life, and it teleports. Like, I think it's a very utility-full OBSEC unit.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's very underrated.
Will you say that Black Legion Cultists are beefy?
They are the beef supremes. You got 5 up Feeling Pain, you got 4 up Invuls, you got +1 attack on the charge. You give them everything.
It's beautiful. Alright, I gotta ask Mr. Siegs, is the Silent King still a go-to, or are more OBSEC units the better choice?
I would go for more OBSEC units now. I think Drukhari put the nail on the coffin for the Silent King.
At all? Make sure they can hear him on the OBS, because he's kind of far.
He is kind of far. I'm gonna assume that they heard him.
See, he's talking again.
Talk about what?
Yep, you're
Talk
good.
about Nick's new haircut looking sharp over there.
Sharp. Siegs noticed. Thank you, Mr.
Ugh,
Sass.
who gets haircuts? Pathetic.
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 And I'm getting an eye doctor's appointment tomorrow. We're gonna get new glasses.
Are you gonna give your old glasses?
Eye pressure.
Give your old glasses to Mark.
I should give my old glasses to Mark. He tried to help. So I broke my glasses a while ago. Like, not terribly, but like the frame like cracked. So I've been holding it together with super glue, hopes and dreams until I get new glasses. And they like kind of broke again because the super glue is only so strong. So Mark was like, "I'll fix it," and then he like glued it, and now there's just a giant white streak down my frame. So I'm like, it's time.
Absolutely fantastic. Yo, what's up, Kurt? Welcome to the chat.
I also can't see things.
No, you also can't see things, and absolutely not. Fantastic. How is let's see here. How are your Seraphim coming here?
No, they're good. They're good. They're not going to get finished for tomorrow, but they'll look better than they have looked for tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's good enough.
That's good enough for the next 4 months.
Yep, good enough for me, I think. I am just working on these Terminators.
I'm a little upset about the one with the wrong hands and this one whose backpack keeps breaking.
None of those things that you said are good. I'll give you that.
Her backpack's broken twice during this pain stream, which makes me feel like it's a reoccurring problem, so I should address the root cause and just scrape away all this glue.
That would never work.
I'm doing
I'm
it.
kidding. Oh my goodness, it's gonna work. If I asked all 3 of you to build a Deathwatch list, would they look similar at all?
John's and I's probably wouldn't, based on what our discussions have been.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what Siegs would do, but I imagine it'd be probably similar to my initial builds, just because that's his experience versus it.
What do you think, Mr. Siegs?
Yeah, I honestly haven't gone back and looked at the Deathwatch supplement in a long time.
Fair enough.
So you'd probably get fairly different answers, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That should be a challenge.
This should be a challenge.
We all write a Deathwatch list, and then James picks their favorite. And when it's mine, I get to paint the Deathwatch army.
Ironically, I think between a Dreadnought list, my latest list, and the one I wrote in like December, I think the one in December would beat the other two. I know. But I don't think it's the better army. I think it's very rigid. It just does what it does very well.
Which is better for Deathwatch, Mini-Marines, or Primaris? Green Ink, I think it's a little bit of both. Kurt, I wish that I knew. I am playtesting all of the things to figure out what I'm doing for... I'm making a really good tournament push from like middle of... from late April to May. I'm going to go to like 3 different multi-day events. I'm really excited for that. Just need to figure out exactly what it's going to be. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Nick is gluing the jetpack, and now there's a jetpack glued to a flight stand, and there's no girl attached to the jetpack.
Yep,
that's not how you like to see it.
No, that's okay.
Ugh, Return of Iron Hands, according to Adam Lane? No way. I don't believe that. Character Dreadnoughts, really good into Drukhari.
I think Iron Hands are a sleeper. I really do.
I do too, actually.
Maybe I'll go back to my Sons of Colgate Iron Hands.
Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, Iron Hand Terminators that just raffle stomp Drukhari. I like the sound of it.
I don't particularly care about those.
Raffle stomp Drukhari. Those are the words I'm using.
400-point unit sounds very ignorable.
Kill 8 Raiders in one turn with Thunderhammers.
8 Raiders with Thunderhammers in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, they're all right there in the middle.
Yep. When they're all right in the middle, that one turn, you kill them all.
Even if you fought twice, I don't think that happens.
Now it's 9 Raiders.
Keep talking. Can they fight twice? Is that gone for them? That's gone for them, right?
Well, they do actually still have the Assault Intercessor keyword.
No, I don't.
That's true.
What time is it?
It's time to keep painting the Seraphim.
Well, we kind of just got to a stopping point here, because now I have to wait for the
glue to dry. You got 40 minutes left.
Well, I was going to say, Steve can tag team in for me.
Everybody wants to see you.
Well,
everyone wants.
Everyone misses the brown.
Absolutely.
It's been a minute.
It has.
I'll hang it.
When's the next time we're going to get to see Nick paint anything?
Look, I mean, you saw a lot today.
More than normal. We did see more than normal.
This was a lot. These Seraphim are looking sharp and snazzy. They just don't want...
So right now they're the Seraphim, okay?
It's really Z's and S's. I mean, S's, they are triple S tier.
It's true. No, Seraphim Squad is double S.
Yeah.
Sister Seraphim Squad. That has 4 S, isn't it?
That's too many.
That's too many. That's too OP. Nick, take it easy on the rest of us here. What chance did the Tau have against such reckless...
Tau start with a T for terrible.
Ooh, got him. You know what? Math checks out, folks.
I know the math checks.
Goonhammer stats.
Sisters on the scouring.
Goonhammer says you're like F tier. I don't want to hear this.
They actually made a new tier.
They made a new tier for Tau. It's called T tier.
Yep. Can we see Nick freehand a banner? That's a competition there. Nick and I freehand a banner. See what happens.
I'm terrible at freehanding. Not to say like I'm good at the rest of painting, but I'm passable at a lot of painting based on what your standards are. There is no criteria in which I'm passable at banners, freehanding. Not possible. But we're here for the effort. We're here for A's for effort.
A's for effort.
A's for effort.
T's for Tau.
T's for Tau. S is for SLIS.
No Storm Shield under Deathwing Brick for the Streamhouse tournament, John. That is correct. That is because I wanted more guns and I wanted to not cost a ton of points.
That's because my Drukhari occupies a space in John's brain, rent-free, and he's like, bolters are good versus raiders, I'm going to put bolters in, Reaper autocannons, and now he's already doesn't have storm shields.
It's my Dark Elder army.
Yes. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
My Dark Elder army is pretty strong. Would you change anything in your custodial list if you were taking it to a big tournament? That depends on practice, because you know what? We're testing things out, and after testing things out, I might have a different answer. So, answer pending. Would really just want to play it more. Find out.
I'm gonna keep dry brushing these bases.
When in doubt, Nick is going to have more layers of paint on the bases of these Seraphim than he has on the Seraphim models themselves.
I think they could use a highlight.
Yeah, Highlight the bases.
I'm gonna highlight the bases.
These bases are taking about as much paint as this entire Harlequin army.
Where? Let me get a brown. Nice brown. A beastie brown. Oh, I forgot. There's the other Triumph parts in here. Oh.
Those are never gonna see the light of day.
They're gonna get finished.
That's a lie to all of us. You're lying to yourself.
No, it's true. One day, everything I own is gonna be painted.
I like how Nick's best painted model, as you say, is not even finished painted.
Artwork is never finished, just abandoned.
So you abandoned the Triumph?
I put it on pause.
Abandoned.
Nick's gonna put the Triumph in the middle of the table on scouring, and I'm gonna pick it up in one turn with the airburst unit.
You're just not even gonna shoot her. You're gonna think about shooting her and be like, I'd rather pick up all these sisters instead. And that's what's gonna happen every turn.
I'll pick up all the sisters.
But what's he going to do on turn 2? Then he's going to kill the Triumph.
No, Siege is done. He thinks he knows the scouring. I invented the scouring. I'm just excited for who gets Vital Intelligence.
Do you think that Heavy Intercessors and Plasma Deceptors are still an auto-take for Deathwatch? Personally, I do not think that they're an auto-take for Deathwatch. I think they're very good and they could be in a good Deathwatch list, but they're not, I have to take them.
What is?
Plasma Deceptors and Heavy Intercessors in Deathwatch.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's mandatory, but it is good. It's definitely strong.
Yeah. Oh no, sisters be breaking off their bases.
Oh my goodness.
This is why I shouldn't.
Did you remove the blue stuff before you?
No.
So you didn't glue it to anything.
I glued it to the blue stuff.
So you glued it to the literal wet putty that you just made fun of Mark for.
No, it's not the same. Because there's like not much blue stuff on here. It's very
There's not much on there, John.
It's very residual. It's like this stuff I'd have to get out an exact knife and scrape it off. Mark has globs of
Literally.
it. I'm not doing that. That's not the issue. Mark is just gluing. It's not the same. Like, I can show you a picture of what Mark did and what I did, and you'll understand it's not the same.
I've seen both.
And you're gonna tell me this is a problem?
Is it breaking off?
That's not why it's breaking off. It's breaking off because these are terrible freaking models.
Blame the GW craftsmanship.
Do you want to see where the base is supposed to connect to the
Oh, I know.
the Zephyrim,
All
Seraphim?
I'm saying is that I've never broken a Seraphim off their base.
I'm proud of you, John.
Thank you. That's all I ever wanted.
No, it's not. It's all you would ever want. You would leave me alone after that.
What do you guys think about TJ Lanigan's list with no Mortarion versus Mortarion Soup? How do you think both variations of the Big Stuff Chaos list do versus current meta? So I think that that Mark's style, like Emperor's Children and Mortarion, I think that has a potential problematic match into pure Death card, but it's definitely not insurmountable for either side. I don't know. That would be an interesting one to test out. Maybe we should have a... You know what? That would be kind of cool if we got Nick on the Death card into Mark playing the Emperor's Children stuff.
We played it once, not on stream.
How was that game?
It was
Emperor's Children barely won.
they barely won. Yeah, that's what happened. It was pretty tight. I didn't kill 5 Furies when I needed to. Not to say that I'm blaming dice, just like that. It was a very determining factor in who won this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably should have put more effort into killing 5 Furies. But I thought they were 5 Furies. I figured some bolters would just pick that up, no problem. But then, you can never trust Mark saves.
5 Furies left.
I killed like 2. It wasn't even close. Morale's not bailing me out of this one. This is just a problem. My whole Terminator unit shot that thing.
That's adorable.
Apparently the Dreadnought, he had to go there also. I didn't think of that. I shot him into Morty.
Target priority.
Honestly, it is a tough lesson to learn, but one to be learned.
John, did you make changes to your White Scar list for Drukhari yet? In progress. I have made some changes, and it's possible there's more coming. You will see my White Scar list on Thursday in the War Room. I'm really excited to put that into the Dark Eldar. We'll see what exactly that list looks like. Should be posted quite soon.
Stupid freaking Furies. They were Nurgle Furies. 5 up, 5 up.
Oh.
That's a thing.
Yeah, you can summon them in any god.
Yeah. But I didn't know they were Nurgle Furies because he used his Slaanesh Furies. And
He used witches.
He used witches.
Those witches. 6-man Blade Guard squad or 10-man double chainsword Van Vets? Oh my goodness. You know what? I like things that have storm shields. When in doubt, you said something with a storm shield and something without a storm shield. I'm going to pick the thing that had a storm shield. I'm a simple man. I see storm shield, I hit the like button.
Except for when they're on your Dark Angel Terminators. Those need storm bolters.
Yeah, they did.
I know.
It's because Relic this is a different unit.
I know it's a different unit.
Relic Terminators can't take storm shields.
It doesn't have to be Relic Terminators in your army, is really the point I'm making.
I needed Reaper Eradicators.
You didn't.
No, I can only kill 5 Raiders a turn, and now I'm going to kill 9 of them.
10.
No, it's only 9.
It's only 9? Can't do 10?
No, I don't think I can do 10.
You can't do 10, what the hell's the point?
I mean, I can in, like, close combat.
I could put 10 Raiders in my army.
Maybe if I, like...
It's not even half my list.
Maybe if I do a Super Smite. I don't know.
You don't even have Smite.
That's a lie, okay. Did you make... let's see. James Mueller is really liking the 53-point Cyclone Missile Launcher Terminators. I think that those are a little bit too pricey for what they put out, personally. But they're definitely not bad. You just have to build a really big shooting brick for that, and it's a little slow for me. So I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but it definitely has some viable play. Maybe that's something that we'll end up testing out at some point.
Oh, this girl's flying.
How are we all doing? We are doing great, Omega 11X. I hope that you and everyone else in the chat are doing well today as well.
She is going to decapitate a Tau person. This one right here.
She's going to go for a drone and just miss.
She's just going to detect. She's on the way to chopping off Anshi's head. Right there. Anshi is right there getting decapitated.
Is Anshi in this list, Richard?
Anshi rerolls invulns.
Oh my goodness. You reroll wounds, he rerolls invulns. You know what's going to happen. Siegler makes 5-ups.
4-up invulns.
4 up? Oh, he's basically...
It's not a 4.
He's a shield generator.
That's stupid.
He's like unkillable.
Four
He
up
rerolls
invulns.
everything?
Rerolls invulns in combat.
In combat. It's multi-melts.
Multi-melters. That's the answer I like.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did you know Sephirim have bolt pistols?
Sephirim.
These things. Did you know they have bolt pistols?
Can you not see them?
I can. This is how I like.
Yeah, I know.
I have never shot their bolt pistols.
Really? I shoot them all the time. I've shot you with their bolt pistols.
I think in my brain they've had 2 swords, even though they don't have 2 swords, so I just don't shoot with their bolt pistols. I fire like a grenade.
To be fair, when they're coming in from reserve, you're not trying to shoot up.
Yeah, but honestly, I like rarely do the deep strike charge. I like reserve them, scare people with it, they scream, and then they go behind a wall. That's what happens.
Omega's asking in a Salamander's Gravis army, how do I supplement my Incursor units to have some faster presence in the midboard? Unfortunately, that may involve having less Gravis to get faster units in there, but Salamanders are pretty solid. You can use either more infiltrating units, so have more than 2, like add an infiltrator squad in there, get some attack bikes with multi-meltas. I think Inceptors are just still really good value in Salamanders. You've got options.
I figured it out. I always advance these ladies.
That also happens frequently.
Yeah, they're always advanced. They're never shooting bolt pistols. They should be assault pistols, like Mark's Grotz.
Are Eradicators worth it or overshadowed by attack bikes these days?
They're overshadowed so hard.
I think that it actually depends on what chapter you're bringing.
Really?
There are some that really like having the heavy melter rifle. That was really good into like the Dark Angel Death Guard meta. I actually had a unit of 6 Eradicators in my Ultramarines list for a while.
Really?
Unfortunately, I think that the impact of Dark Eldar is pushing people away from Eradicators. I think it's not as necessary there.
Well, this is why you're the Space Marine expert.
It's all about the Seal of Oath.
I just ate Eradicators, and I don't really go much past that.
Yeah, I mean, well, that unit of Eradicators will pick up more than half of your Blight Lord unit a turn, so...
I mean, yeah, they are to be respected. They're not a terrible unit. But that's not to say that I can't stop them from picking up half of my Blight Lords in a turn. There got a lot of things I can say about that. Basic movement, walls, cloud of flies.
Okay. That's adorable.
I know. Everything I do is not good enough.
Exactly.
I cannot beat the John.
Exactly. Never has, never will. There is no video evidence to the contrary.
Certainly not on this channel.
Certainly not. What sort of shooting or storm shield spread do you like on a Deathwatch list? Oh, that is a question. I
think there's no
right answer.
Like, you take different units. This is the way I viewed the Deathwatch. Like, you decide what your unit is supposed to do, whether it's run across table with bikes and contest and steal objectives and beat up chaff, or shoot frag cannons and Infernus heavy bolters, or, like, shoot crack missiles and have Terminators in it, or just be, like, 5 dudes with lightning claws running around. Like, you can build your squads to make your own adventure. So there's just take this squad 5 times. It doesn't work. You have to take kind of all of your tools in Deathwatch, I think. It's a very interesting army. It's probably, that advice also isn't necessarily the only way to do it. Like, I'm telling you, kind of keep your options open because there's so many different ways to do it.
It's like adding sugar to your coffee. Measure with your heart.
Oh, John. That was deep.
Thank you.
I don't drink sugar with my coffee.
Then that's what you wanted with your heart.
Black Abyss. Bitter.
Yep.
Bitter,
no oil.
Bitter Black Abyss.
No oil. Reach over you.
These are basically done.
Are they done?
What?
Are they basically done?
What? I'm not choosing sides here.
That's right. They're basically done.
I like how you picked up 2 of them and both of them were moving on these stems.
No, yeah, we can just leave that alone.
It's because there's blue stuff there still.
No, the 2 that broke off, I actually scraped the blue stuff off, and now they're staying properly. So as they break off, we'll just scrape.
How do you live with yourself?
Gotta add extra work for yourself.
Oh my god.
But yeah, these will probably win against Siegs tomorrow, and then carry me to victory through the whole finals.
Carrying to victory.
Yeah, I mean, Zephyrim, they can kill,
The more games this army wins, the more girls Nick has to scrape and reglow.
Oh, I had to figure out what my last secondary was here. Let's look at that real quick.
You know what? I have an interesting dice bet for tomorrow.
What is it?
It's not actually about dice. There's 9 Seraphim in that squad. The bet is how many Seraphim are still on their bases at the end of the game.
No. That's not even a dice bet. That's a side bet.
It's a side bet.
So we need a good dice bet for all these tournaments, though.
Mm-hmm.
We do. Where is that list, chat, that has all of our lists? I could pull it up on YouTube, but this is
What are you looking up?
I'm trying to find Siegs' list. How many people do I talk to? Oh, there it is.
You can search it, you know.
No.
Do you think Marines will fall behind with the release of all the codexes? You know what? I imagine that Marines will, as you mentioned, get new rules at certain points because GW likes to do that, and that will probably help keep Marines relevant.
Alright. So Siegs has... We're going to count how many points within the ranks I can get.
Richard, you already know the answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to count because I don't trust it.
Richard, what is it?
Well, doesn't it count?
I want to know now, though. I don't want to wait 7 minutes.
12 here, 12 there, it's 24, 27.
Oh my god, Nick, please stop. Killing the vibes here, man.
You keep talking, I'm going to count.
Is it worth adding a Cyclone to your Contemptors, or is it better to keep them cheap? You know what, frankly, I think that Cyclones are pretty good, but there's usually better places to spend the points. But, you know, again, it's always going to depend on the army and just what the rest of your list looks like. I could not fit Cyclones into the Contemptors for my my Deathwatch army, though.
I keep losing count because there's too many drones. Siegs, just give me the number.
This is an adventure for you. I can't wait to see you count.
I'll count.
You brought it up.
I got Commander and 2 drones. That's 3. We got 10 breachers, 2 drones. That's 12. So we are 15. 10 breachers, 2 more drones. 27.
James thinks that Marines are a point change away from being great again. I think Marines are still very, very solid. I don't think there's anything wrong with where they're in the meta right now. I think Dark Eldar is a difficult matchup for them, but as we continue to test Dark Eldar, it's very possible that answers start to pop up. And also when they remove the Razor Succubus from the game completely, then I will feel better. That's just an optimistic hope, though.
Remorers are just 1 model? They don't poop out more drones?
1 model.
Okay. I think I lost count again.
Ooh, what do you guys think is the backbone of a Black Templar list? I think it's got to be Blade Guard veterans. I think that's just and also
Deathwatch?
Crusader squads. Devout Push is just such a strong mechanic for them. I guess like it's all actually maybe it's like the Chaplain's Man. Black Templars have a lot of cool stuff. You got me hyped. You got me going here.
12. I can get 12 points out of it.
Yep.
See? I can count. Yeah. I can tell you have 122. 2 drones can survive.
That's not gonna happen.
All the drones
you're
will
the
be
one
killed.
getting tabled.
I'm getting tabled. He thinks I'm getting
You
tabled.
almost got tabled by a much worse list. I had almost 300 points in Crute.
Oh, he thinks the Crute are the worst part. Oh my god, if they were Crute, I'd be worried.
That was at 300 points in Crute. Nick,
And this one has a 300-point Riptide that
says.
says, Nick, where's your miracle dice? Take a 6 out. Okay, I'm done. That's what he does.
Can't wait for Nick to not have any 6s.
I will have all the 6s. I have faith. I'm fixing up these Seraphim because I have faith. Seraphim.
Fixing in quotes.
What succubus would you like removed from the game? The one that has competitive edge, Dark Lotus Toxin, and Razor Flails.
They just, all it takes, the only thing you have to do is just change the way competitive edge works.
Yeah, just make an extra hit roll instead of an attack.
Succubuses aren't that crazy. They're very, very good for 60 points. But, like, that's okay. They're allowed to be very good. They're 60 points. They're not that impactful to the game.
They
one
are
infantry.
impactful.
The Razor Flail one is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm agreeing. But I'm saying you can have a really good 60-point character and the game's not over. The Razor Flail, she's a problem.
Hello, Unda440k. Hello from Perth. What's up? Catching up on painting for a tournament this weekend. Trying my new Demon Horde with the Flamer Mortal Wound Bomb. Nick, why don't you ever take a Flamer Mortal Wound Bomb?
And what?
Demons.
I don't think it's...
To be fair, Nick did try to. He tried to the last time we played Demons.
I did. I did try to play a bunch of Flamers one time. Then they were like, we have like 2.5 Flamers. I'm like, I own like 12. And we were like, well, they're not here. And they're not here, which is very concerning.
Mm.
But in theory, we would love to try the Flamer Bomb.
How many Crusader squads? I think 4 is a good place to be, personally. I think 4 Crusader squads is a nice, happy spot.
4 Crusader squads?
Yeah, 4 Crusader squads.
In what?
Black Templars.
Run 6.
No.
Oh, okay. Jack actually ran 5 squads of Crusaders against me. I was like, this feels good.
They're good for the points.
When I say run 6, I'm honestly not against it.
No, I'm not either. I'm really not.
Remember the fight fire with fire playing for Dark Eldar? Crusader squad's a pretty good fire.
Yep, they're not bad.
75 points for 2 wound Space Marines, like that's really freaking good.
That's really
that's a
freaking
lot
good.
better than an intercessor.
Oh, absolutely. Those poor intercessors don't know what happened.
I don't. Like the only thing that intercessors really had going over attack Marines is that they were 2 wounds and have transhuman for 1 CP. But is transhuman for 1 CP and a slightly better gun worth 25 points?
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Triptych Wick does a lot of damage too. Yeah, Triptych Wick is great. There's a lot of good things for the Succubus.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a strong argument to be made for having 2 Succubus on the list.
No, for sure. For sure. Succubuses are amazing. No one is disputing that fact. I just think they're all not broken except for the one that's broken.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
which is really just
that's the only
edge.
one that needs to be broken. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. 10 Relic Terminators with Lightning Claws and Stormbolters are a reasonably safe thing to paint. When in doubt, James, I always say that you should magnetize things. That's always going to be my recommendation. But
Space
I do
Marines
think
are the army you definitely want to magnetize for because they switch weapons like nobody's business, and all their squads have so many different weapon options. Armies like Demons, there's nothing to magnetize in Demons. Your horror is just the horror, no matter how you horror. But Space Marines magnets do that.
Space Marines magnets, folks.
Or you could be like Siege and just buy the kit over and over.
How many crisis hits does Siegler have?
I'm putting to work on this commander. He's almost done already.
Commander number 86 is going. And that's not just a number. That's like the physical number.
This is an XV8 commander.
It's an XV8.
I don't know what those letters mean.
That means it's a crisis suit one.
But aren't they all crisis hits?
But look, he went from just shaded to now.
Now he's shady.
Got all his highlights.
Slim Shady up in here. The Crisis Commander.
Crute Shady. Will the real Crute Shady please stand up?
Siegs doesn't even know a Crute. He cut the Crute. He's got no faith
Nick
in
is
the
actually thinking the matchup's going to be like that game, and I just cannot wait for tomorrow.
I have played against your latest list. I know what this is about. You think I'm going to still have a solo Exorcist. You don't know my new stuff.
If you're going for thin the ranks, you're going to
I was choosing thin the ranks or grind them down. And I think I've chosen now to take grind them down instead.
Thin the ranks, please.
Thin the ranks.
Please.
Well, I like thin the ranks because it's really natural. I don't have to do anything differently and I just accrue points. But
grind them down is good because
it's
the safety net of going second.
Yeah.
Right, on the scouring.
I want to go for this. I'm thinking grinding that. See what's up.
What changes to basic secondaries would you like to see? I think a lot of the secondaries in the game are good, and a lot of them have no reason to ever be taken ever. I would like.
Homers?
What's that?
Teleport homers.
I would like teleport homers to be real, because it's not. I would like, I feel like some of them, like Pierce the Veil, doesn't ever work on good opponents.
There was such a jab at me in there, it hurts.
I think Slay the Warlord should really be reworked to work.
Cut off the head.
Cut off the head, whatever that, that one.
That guy I played with the Valkyries in the Melt-A-Guns, he took it against his round 1 opponent and got a full 13 points on it.
I honestly might take it against Mark and kill Morty.
Turn 1.
Dead.
Yeah.
Do it.
Seriously.
Yeah, do it. But what's Mark going to do? Reserve Morty? Okay.
No, I would take him.
Yeah.
He's like 3 CP to do it.
Yeah.
Or is it 4? How many power level is he?
He's a lot. He's at least 20. I don't know.
He's not in the
something.
30, so it's 3.
Yeah.
But
if you want to reserve that and the Noise Marines, that
his army doesn't have CP to just reserve Morty.
No, he doesn't have CP, period.
Yeah. He does with Telemon.
I like a unit of 3 Orc Buggies in my list, which is stronger, the Dragsta or the Scrapjet with their respective custom jobs. I like the Dragstas. Nick, as a resident Orc player, what do you think?
I disagree with our titling, but I will give my opinions. I do like the Shock Jump Dragster because I think that one's my favorite. I think the Megatrack Scratchets are also underrated. And you know what? I don't know what the rest of them do.
All right, there we go.
What about the Boom Snazzle?
That guy sucks. He's on the same path as the Bubble Chuck is. So it's like, you even know what a Bubble Chuck is? You probably
it's Strength D6, AP D6, Damage D6, D6 shots.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah. I don't remember what the range is, though.
Far. It's artillery still.
D6?
D6.
Dang it.
It's I'm going to roll some Bubble Chuck because I need some dice. I'm going to roll Bubble Chuck.
Nick would rather do anything than finish this Sarah Zephyr unit. What if Synapse gave +1 wound against a unit type after the Grant Demonic kills one? You know what, Cody? Literally anything for Synapse would be appreciated. Anything at all. It can be bad. It's fine.
We got big dice for big numbers on these D6s. And we're going to roll some Bubble Chuckers. Siegs, what am I shooting at?
You're shooting at your Zeraphim.
I'm shooting at my Zeraphim. All right. Easy. Easy. Nothing's going to happen here. 1 shot. Strength 3. AP 6. Damage 4. We missed.
AP 6.
AP 6.
Alright, let's do it again.
Alright, let's do something. Let's shoot a tick. I want to shoot a Rhino. A nice, solid Rhino. 3 shots. Strength 3. Got it. AP 2. Damage 1. Alright. Nothing. Okay. Let's shoot something like a guardsman. We're going to kill. How many guards are we going to kill?
None.
Not that many. 6 shots.
Nice.
Strength 3. AP 2. Damage 6. Not a single hit.
Damage 6.
Damage 6 of these guardsmen. Double check us, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's try the Gretchen.
What do you mean it's trying
You need to keep shooting until you kill someone.
Oh, we're going to shoot Gretchen now. Okay. 5 shots. Strength 2.
No.
AP 4. Damage 3. Alright.
We get a hit.
We got one hit.
Strength 2.
Strength 2? Nope! We're going to kill a Grot.
2.
Bubble chuckas.
Oh,
How many points is a Bubble Chuck?
More than a Grot.
We gotta get this in your next list.
That was beautiful.
Adaptive Subroutines is testing for Crons with MSU Sawtech Mortal Wound Spam. That's really cool. Playing well into Sisters and Drukhari so far. That's really good. I'm glad to hear that. For Dark Angels, do you think Ravenwing or Deathwing is best, or should there only be a single specialist attachment? I think you should actually have elements of both, but I think you only need the Deathwing and a specialist attachment. The other ones can be okay and just like a patrol. But that's me. Definitely both wings have some strength to them. I love my wings.
It's the straight D6, damage D6.
That gives you hope.
Because it's like, Well, no, you want to be like high damage. You want to shoot something with like lots of wounds because you could roll good damage with this. Like on a normal day, you're like damage 3 or 4. Like that's pretty good. But anything you want to be damage 3 or 4 against, you don't want to be strength 3 or 4 against.
But this is really good into the Court of the Archon. Hold on, I'm gonna
shoot my Court of the Archon.
I'm shooting the Court of the Archon.
Right.
Number of shots.
It's a blast weapon. 3 shots.
3 shots. Strength 5. AP 2. That's fine. Damage 2. All right. There's 3 shots.
3 shots. More DACA.
2 hits. 1 wound. Take that invul, baby.
Oh man, 2 damage.
Oh, dang it.
Oh man. Nothing happens! Oh, it's beautiful!
The feel the pains getcha.
The bubble chukka is what will be the first thing it does. It will join the Vindicator. John's face.
I'm gonna shoot a Vindicator at the
I'm gonna shoot a bubble chukka at the Vindicator.
Alright.
Green dice for orcs.
3 shots.
Strength 1. AP 4.
Damage 6.
Damage 2.
Oh, okay.
Alright. More DACA. 2 hits. Strength 1. 1 wound.
Invul. Alright, Vindicator, hold on. Hits.
This is 40k. It's fine. This is why you come to Art of War.
This is what we do best.
What do people say?
Any new Adamec Codex predictions? Or
How is no
insights?
one talking about the bubble chukkas? We're talking about Admech. Unbelievable.
You know what? A lot of people are like posting images of instruction manuals with new Admech stuff, saying like these are the new stats. That'll be very interesting. If so, I'm kind of trying to temper my expectations and just see what it all looks like when it comes out. I am very excited for new Admech Codex. I'm sure Mr. Siegler is similarly hyped.
The Cognus Las Cannons at
Going to
5,
D3 plus 3, yeah,
oh,
I hate that so much.
what
Why are your las cannons different than other las
Because
cannons?
they're the best Las Cannons. They're
Why?
Cognus.
Are regular
Cognus.
Spaceman last can still only D6?
D6, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
These are Cognus, though.
That's strange.
It is strange.
I figured that was just last cannons got like the Bright Lands, Dark Lands treatment, but I guess not.
Nope, they did not.
Last cannons are more akin to the blasters.
Apparently, yeah. More like a Blaz cannon. Alright.
We're gonna shoot guardsmen. Just some humble guardsmen.
You already shot the guardsman. You failed. You don't get to shoot him again.
Intercessors.
Cultists.
No.
You're not going to kill an intercessor?
4 shots, strength 4, AP 4, damage 4. Look at those 4s. That is meant to be.
Alright, he rolled 4 4s, now he's going to roll 0 4s to hit. Oh my god, 4 more 4s?
4 hits, strength 4, transhuman that. 2 AP 4s, damage 4, 2 dead intercessors, ladies and gentlemen. We got our first kill. It's the Space Marines. It's John. John is on the base of my bubble chukka right now.
Nick, build a bubble checker for me.
I will not.
Oh.
Mostly because they all look the same to me. I might have built bubble chukkas.
You may very well have.
We might have one.
That's incredible. Dun dun dun. Real question is, why is the Doomsday Cannon not D3 plus 3?
Necrons.
Necrons.
Xenos tax.
Xenos.
Yep, well, Dark Elder do not pay the Xenos tax. That much we know.
They do. They absolutely do. They just haven't this time.
You pay the Eldar tax, which is not a tax.
Fine, they pay the not Space Marines tax. I'll accept that. But they're not Eldar. Eldar always get more love than Dark Eldar. This has been true forever. So
that's not a good sign for the new if there's a new Eldar Codex.
I mean, it's a good sign for who? I think the Eldar players are going to rejoice. I'm very excited.
No. Nope, don't like that.
Yeah, anything that's
like
not
that.
the power armor.
Thank you. You understand. Or Genestealer Cult.
Or Genestealer Cult.
Yep. Muscle Beach. I think Chaos Space Marines need more love. Give them all a supplement each. You know what? I would be okay with that. Be 100% okay with Chaos getting that kind of love. Chaos deserves it.
Just like a new book. Like,
that would be ideal.
What about
yes.
a 2.0 reprint?
3.0?
3.0. Let's add a new character in here.
Yep.
G-Dubs does love it with Capapastas.
We're gonna call him like the Master Tormentor. It'll be a different guy with a sword for 70 points.
No, he has a Chainglaive.
Chainglaive, yeah.
Do you think
Plus one
Quack the
attack.
Boundless will survive?
Quack.
Do you think Quack the Boundless will
Quack the Boundless is time.
No, they're gonna add a new rule where
He's
if he rolls a
proprietary.
1, he does more.
Wait, it's not a demon weapon, John.
No, it's not a DM weapon.
He's as baked into the DNA of Games Workshop as the Intercessor. Quack the Boundless is timeless.
Mm-hmm.
What does he-
Interesting take.
He's not a demon weapon, though.
Everyone knows that.
No, he is a demon weapon, but demon weapons don't have rules.
They do.
That's just a classification.
They do. They do.
Nick's rolling his eyes at us for not going with his jokes. What you're saying is you need more bubble chuckas? That's true. 18 bubble chuckas definitely would have killed the Intercessor.
They would also take
that was number
entire
9, so
chest
like,
clock.
that's
The
true.
whole thing.
A
By themselves.
bubble chucker clock? Bubble clocka?
Bubble clock it.
Bubble clocka? It's a bubble clock.
Alright, let's do it this way. Well, no, we already killed Intercessors. What else is there?
Well, there's still other Intercessors in the squad.
Is there anything else in the game? Primary's Lieutenant.
Gotta come back. We already tried to shoot a Grot and failed. I mean, like, it
I
just-
think, what about a Poxwalker?
I got feeling pain. This is alright. 3 shots,
Just remember,
Strength
the minus
5.
one and
AP 5, damage 5. Alright.
Good
Good
stats.
stats.
The hit rolls, though.
3
hits?
triple 5s.
What is Nick doing? -1 to hit means nothing here.
Triple 2s.
No wounds. No wounds. It was so good until the end.
That's bubble chuckers. They're like obliterators, but even worse. They're like, how could I be even worried?
Yeah. Omega, I'm not really afraid of New Atomic being OP because we don't know anything about them. So, I very well might be afraid of them being OP after I see the book, but right now, don't have a strong opinion. I'm just kind of waiting to see what we find out and when it happens.
How many bubble chuckers would it take to kill a Deathwing Terminator?
I mean, doing averages with bubble checkers is not actually possible.
How many would it take?
18.
18. All
Tell you
right.
what, okay, let's...
Well, what were you,
We've
what were you
got-
about to say?
I
Words
was
were
gonna-
about to come piling out of your mouth.
I was going to say, like, how many are you willing to shoot at once here?
I'll shoot. How do I shoot these more than one at a time? That's what I'm asking. Like, I would love to do this.
I think you roll all of the... No, that wouldn't work either. There's no way. No, you just...
4 shots, straight 3, AP 4, damage 3.
Okay.
This could get it done. This is
Okay.
enough to kill a
This is-
Terminator. Oh yeah, it is.
4 hits.
6 hits. 4 hits. 6
6
hits. Straight 3, easy. Transhuman don't mean nothing. 4 wounds. Give me
Oh
those
my
in.
goodness.
Damage 3. We're about to do it right here. 1. It's all ticks. 1. 2 failed saves. 6 damage, please. You got your 6 up feeling pains. I know what's going on.
Yeah, -1 damage. So.
Oh, 4 damage. So 4 damage on 1 Terminator. John fails enough 6-ups. We
Incredible.
killed the Terminator.
The
1 bubble
chukka.
chukka is all it takes. That was attempt number 1.
Now imagine if there's 17 more.
17 more. 17 dead Terminators. Kill the whole Deathwing unit right there.
Ridiculous.
Kill 2 Deathwing units in 1 turn. Kill them to morale. Get the shock attack gun going.
That's OP right there. What are
Strength 12.
The shock attack.
2 shots. Misses.
You never know. When do we get an updated Necron strategy session with Mr. Siegler? I don't know. We'll see.
I'm trying to get some Tesseract arcs.
We'll see if we can ever find those darn things. eBay is difficult to scour through right now. All right. Well, you had a stopping point?
I've been at a stopping point. These Zephyr Seraphim are done. Wait, I corrected Zeph to Seraphim in that one.
Yeah.
I corrected it to be wrong. Stop wiggling them. She's drying. I just fixed her.
Uh-huh. All right, folks. Well, thank you, everyone, for coming to check in with us, hanging out and hobbying.
Hanging out and hobbying.
Hanging out and hobbying with me and Nick. It's been fun. Mr. Siegler is behind the curtain, as always.
The robots.
The robots.
The skinless creatures.
What do we got coming up?
We got the Streamhouse RTT coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put Siegs into my pocket, give him a permanent residency over there where the Tau will live forever.
Bold words. Someone's going to hold you to
You
them.
see these Zephyr? They're gonna shoot their bolt pistols tomorrow.
That's probably not true.
You shot your pistols, they can't advance.
I got a strap for that. Is there a strap for that?
Nope. There is not. All right.
All right, everyone. We'll see you later. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Wish me luck tomorrow.
What about the giveaway?
Giveaway, we're back! Okay! If you do want to participate in this Streamhouse RTT, we are running a raffle giveaway. We'll talk about this a ton during the games tomorrow. Basically, all you have to do is go into that link. Do we have a...
Yeah, it's right up below in the description.
The description of this video, right there. It has a link that will take you to our contest, raffle giveaway. All you have to do to enter is totally free. Just like us and our sponsors on the social medias, share us around, join the worm, gets you like 1 million tickets, do that too. Interact with us and our sponsors on social media, like us, subscribe to us, all that kind of jazz, and you automatically get raffle tickets entered into this contest. And then with those tickets, at the end of the tournament, we're going to just stick our hand in this lottery jar. I'm going to pull out a name, and that person's going to get stuff sent to the doorstep. You could win Big Bear terrain sets, whole table worth mats, Warp Fire minis, discount codes, and box sets, Art of War promo coaching. We don't even sell group coaching from me and Siegs. One-on-one with the pros. And John and Brad. So, very exciting stuff. Participate, like, share, make your challenge brackets so that you can predict that I'm going to win this tournament and play myself in the finals. Do all the good stuff.
Nick's the only one getting played here.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye, friends.